On the afternoon of August 1st, a ground collapse occurred near the intersection of Houhu Avenue and Wenbo Road in Jiang'an District, Wuhan. Videos and pictures circulating online show a clear depression and cracks on the road surface in the collapse area, with radial cracks extending around it. The barrier at the entrance of a nearby parking lot is tilted, and a car is trapped in the collapsed area. However, officials have stated that no people or vehicles were damaged. According to Chinese media reports, the collapsed area is about 20 meters long and 15 meters wide. No casualties or vehicle damage were reported at the scene. The collapse happened at the entrance of Building A of the Zhonglian International Community. Both sides of the collapsed road are lined with shops. The collapsed area is adjacent to the viaduct of the Hankou-Shiyan high-speed railway, separated by only 5 or 6 lanes, and is less than 200 meters from the Houhu station and about 3 kilometers from the Hankou railway station. This incident has also led to speed restrictions on the high-speed railway passing through this section, affecting trains entering and exiting the Hankou railway station. Traffic control was also implemented on surrounding roads. As construction is ongoing for Wuhan Metro Line 12 in the area, people suspected that the collapse might be related to the subway construction. Nearby shop owners said that around 2 p.m. cracks appeared on the road, which then slowly sank. By around 3 p.m., the road had collapsed. The sinking was gradual and not noticeable, unlike an earthquake. A resident of the Tianmei International Community revealed that after the incident, the property management informed residents about the collapse and advised them not to go out. Around 6 p.m., the group was informed that the natural gas supply was stopped, and residents were asked to stay elsewhere for the night. A resident shared a video saying, "Everyone is getting instant noodles. I'm a resident of Building A of Tianmei International Community. There's no water or electricity now, and the road is completely cracked. We probably can't live here anymore. It's become dangerous. We all stayed in hotels last night." In the video, you can see that the area where the residential building connects to the road has already cracked and looks severely damaged. The local street office stated that they have not received any information about evacuating nearby residents or housing safety concerns. At the scene, the collapse area was cordoned off, and several engineering vehicles were coming and going. A construction worker mentioned that they were currently using concrete to fill the collapsed area. Regarding the cause of the collapse, some people analyzed that the Houhu area has thick, muddy soil, often with over 10 meters of mud on the surface, which could be related to underground construction work. Another person said, "Yes, this area was originally reclaimed land, so the ground is soft." Another analysis suggested this is due to land reclamation. The foundation of the main road wasn't strengthened, causing the situation. Look at the nearby communities. Are they affected? These concerns are not unfounded. Just a year ago, the construction of Wuhan Metro Line 12 experienced water seepage in the northern pit, causing a sudden ground subsidence near Xingye Road Station. Residents of a nearby 30-story building had to evacuate overnight. With many questions in mind, a reporter from Shenzhen Dute News called the street office of the collapse area. The person answering said they were just on duty and could not answer questions. They also said, "Do you think this matter can be reported at will? It's not something you can just report on because you want to." However, when the reporter pressed for details, the staff member responded, "Why is the Shenzhen newspaper group reporting on Wuhan matters? You can contact people on the scene, but I can't give you their numbers right now." Then the call was abruptly hung up. The reporter then called the Jiang'an District Emergency Management Bureau, but they received the same response, saying they were unaware of the situation. Repeated calls to the Jiang'an District Publicity Department went unanswered. This sparked a heated discussion among netizens. Comments included, "What are they afraid of? Are they worried about the quality of the construction? How much money was siphoned off from the project? Why is Shenzhen media reporting on Wuhan? Because Wuhan local media aren't allowed to." It's been 4 hours since the incident, and not a single media outlet has gone to the scene for an interview. As online public opinion grew, Wuhan Metro Group finally responded on the evening of August 1st. They stated that around 2:30 p.m. on August 1st, water and sand gushed in the section of Wuhan Metro Line 12 under construction between Jiang'an District and Shizhong District, causing ground subsidence at the intersection of Wenbo Road and Houhu Avenue. Wuhan Metro Group also mentioned that after the accident, they immediately activated an emergency plan, implemented traffic control, and contacted water, electricity, and gas utility companies to handle the situation on site. Relevant departments and units rushed to the scene to deal with the emergency and closely monitored the subsidence situation in the area. According to on-site monitoring and analysis, the safety and stability of surrounding buildings and structures were ensured. Later that evening, Chinese media reporters observed at the scene that the Hankou-Shaogan intercity railway runs above the incident site. 2 trains passed within the half hour, traveling at a slow speed. On August 2nd, a video posted online showed that after a day of cement injection, the road surface had been mostly leveled, and some follow-up cleanup work was still ongoing. The area remained cordoned off, and the surrounding shops had temporarily closed. A netizen mentioned in the video that nearby, under an overpass, construction workers seemed to be digging something, possibly reinforcing the structure. However, this netizen was unsure if it was related to the Houhu collapse. On August 4th, a resident of Tianmei International posted a video claiming that the ground was still slowly sinking every day. People were worried about the possibility of a major accident in the future. Another resident commented, "New cracks are appearing every day, even inside the houses." Some mentioned that certain residents were quietly selling their houses at low prices. A Wuhan netizen commented, "How many lakes has Wuhan filled in? Houhu, Dongxi Lake, Shahu. Building subways in these areas could be very dangerous." Official information from Wuhan shows that Metro Line 12 is nearly 60 kilometers long, with 37 stations. It loops around the 3 towns of Wuhan, connecting 7 central urban areas, including Jiang'an, Wuchang, and Hanyang. The construction unit is China Railway First Group, a subsidiary of China Railway Engineering Corporation. The collapse caused traffic congestion, affecting local transportation and residents' lives, and potentially posing a safety risk to nearby residential buildings. According to expert investigations, the sudden water and sand inflow during the construction of Wuhan Metro Line 12 was due to various factors, including local geological conditions, technical operations during construction, and changes in the groundwater level. The collapse site is about 5.5 kilometers from the Yangtze River, in a relatively low-lying area. Over the past 2 months, continuous rainfall in Wuhan, along with water releases from the Three Gorges Dam and Danjiangkou Reservoir, increased the water levels of the Yangtze and Han rivers, flooding the riverside areas of Wuhan and raising the groundwater level. The underground soil and sand layers became oversaturated with water, contributing to the incident. The collapse happened in Houhu, which used to be a lake. The land was reclaimed from the lake, resulting in a soft, muddy geological condition conducive to such incidents. Although this collapse was triggered by subway construction, it also highlights issues in road construction. The geological survey might not have fully assessed the conditions, or the foundation reinforcement might have been substandard. In China's construction industry, it's common to neglect underground quality since it's not visible. As long as the project passes inspection and the contractor gets paid, all is considered well. There's a saying in the industry, if the inspection bribes are enough, no project will fail the inspection. Since construction began in 2000, Wuhan Metro has had at least 8 collapse incidents. These frequent incidents are directly linked to the Wuhan government's long-term pursuit of economic interests, leading to environmental destruction from lake reclamation. Reports indicate that Wuhan's urban development history is a history of filling lakes. Since the 1950s, Wuhan's central urban area had 127 lakes, but now only 38 remain. Data shows that over the past 30 years, the city's built-up area increased by over 200 square kilometers, while lake areas decreased by nearly 230 square kilometers. During rapid urbanization and economic growth, insufficient land supply made lakeside land highly desirable for urban planners and developers. Lakeside properties are more popular among buyers and fetch higher prices, providing greater economic returns for developers. A resident of Menghu Shui'an community in Wuhan, Xiao Yong, explained, "Developers build a row of houses along the lake, which people rush to buy. After selling, they start filling the lake to build more houses, selling them at high prices again. This cycle continues." Former Dean of the School of Architecture and Landscape Design at Peking University, Yu Kongjian, stated that one major reason for the disappearance of lakes is the government's eagerness to sell land for development. Selling lake and wetland areas, which are cheaper, brings in substantial revenue for the government. Land sales have long been a key income source for local governments. Professor of Science and Technology at Huazhong University, Xia Zhengming, pointed out that most areas formed from lake filling are low-lying. He said when communities are built, these areas aren't elevated. Even with drainage systems, they can only handle everyday water flow. During prolonged heavy rainfall, these communities end up flooded. In 2016, reports noted that after heavy rain, Wuhan's most luxurious villa became an island surrounded by floodwater. The Long Island Villa area, occupying the northeast peninsula of Tangxun Lake, was submerged, with access to the outside cut off by floodwaters. Each villa in this ultra-luxurious private residential area costs millions of yuan. Tangxun Lake, originally named Tangsun Lake, is located in Jiang'an District, Wuhan, covering 47.6 square kilometers. By 2010, Tangxun Lake had surpassed East Lake to become China's largest urban lake. Its natural scenery attracted many developers to build around it, but excessive development has brought unprecedented crises, with many buildings constructed by filling the lake, rapidly reducing its area. Many experts believe that the large-scale lake filling in Wuhan directly leads to flooding during the rainy season, as the reduced lake areas cannot store floodwater, causing water levels to surpass road surfaces and even backflow into residential areas. Building on reclaimed lakeland not only hampers urban drainage, but also risks building collapses if foundations are poorly treated. Moreover, constructing subways promotes housing sales, drives up property prices, and significantly boosts government land sales and tax revenue. There's a saying in China's real estate industry, "When the subway sounds, gold abounds." About 70% of the total cost of commercial housing comprises land costs and various government taxes, which is why many local officials are particularly fond of subway construction. Besides the geological reasons at the collapse site, such incidents are common in China's subway construction. Scholars like Liu Zhongwu conducted a statistical analysis of subway construction accidents in China from 2001 to 2019. By searching online and reviewing literature, they collected data on 239 accidents. Analyzing these representative cases, they revealed the potential patterns of subway construction accidents. Liu and his team found that the main types of subway construction accidents are collapses, falls from heights, and being struck by objects. Collapses accounted for 95 cases, or about 40% of the total. Falls from heights accounted for 39 cases, or 16%, and being struck by objects accounted for 25 cases, or about 10%. The data analysis showed that collapses are the most frequent type of subway construction accident in China, indicating a common problem and a significant challenge in subway construction. Analyzing the risk factors revealed that the most significant contributors are insufficient management, lack of safety awareness, and workers' violations of regulations, accounting for 43%, 28%, and 32% respectively. The lack of safety awareness and regulation violations by workers clearly point to inadequate training, which is ultimately a management issue. Other scholars, like Shi Yefei, conducted an online survey to collect data on 88 road collapse accidents induced by subway construction in China between 2006 and 2021. Their analysis showed that such accidents are more likely to occur in large city subway projects, especially during the rainy summer season. The common problems in subway construction in China include: 1. Construction units often neglect drainage work during the rainy season and lack emergency plans for water and sand inflows. Even if they have plans, they are often just paperwork, with workers untrained in handling sudden accidents. 2. Geological surveys for proposed projects are not thorough enough, and geological conditions are unclear. Identified problematic geological features like cavities and sand layers are not improved or reinforced. 3. The government fails to adequately supervise subway construction. Multi-level subcontracting is widespread, and many workers are untrained migrant laborers. 4. There are serious issues in construction practices. According to construction standards, areas with potential problems identified in geological surveys should be proactively investigated. If weak layers, such as flowing sand or silt, that could cause water and sand inflow accidents are found, grouting reinforcement should be done to prevent accidents. However, this increases construction costs and lowers efficiency, so most construction parties are unwilling to do this. If safety issues arise, migrant workers' lives are undervalued, and the blame can be shifted to poor geological conditions considered natural causes. Handling collapses is treated as an increase in work volume, allowing bribes to officials to secure more funding. In the railway tunnel industry, there's a saying, "No collapse, no big profits." 5. There is significant corruption in projects, with government officials using their power to seek personal gain, interfering in project contracting, bidding, and material procurement. At least 15% of project funds end up in officials' pockets through various means. With insufficient project funds, construction units cannot work without cutting corners, leading to accidents. Beijing Jiaotong University professor Zhang Li summarized 5 types of safety accidents in urban subway construction: excessive deformation of the ground causing collapses, sudden disasters in poor geological bodies, construction-induced underground pipeline damage, poor construction management, and equipment and operational errors. The latter 2 are more common. On November 15, 2008, a large-scale ground collapse occurred at the construction site of Houhu Station's North 2 pit of Hangzhou Metro Line 1, causing over 10 cars on the road to fall into the collapse area and burying more than 50 people alive. The collapse also caused a major water pipe to burst, flooding the accident site and greatly increasing rescue difficulty. The major accident resulted in 21 deaths, 1 serious injury, 3 minor injuries, and direct economic losses of over 49.6 million yuan. An academician of the Chinese Academy of Engineering, Wang Menshu, analyzed the accident's cause, stating, "Unreasonable construction timelines and costs are major factors affecting safety and quality. The rushed project start led to hasty planning and design. Moreover, the project's overall impact on the surrounding environment was not considered, and expert opinions were largely ignored, with decisions mostly made by leaders. Additionally, arbitrary deadlines caused work to be rushed." Before the Xi'an Metro construction began in January 2009, the Xi'an Metro office signed safety production responsibility agreements with 21 construction units, 12 supervision units, and 21 survey and design units involved in the project. Each construction unit paid a 3 million yuan safety production deposit and pledged safety guarantees. According to the agreement, if human-caused accidents occurred during the contract period, their 3 million yuan deposit would be forfeited, and if no safety accidents occurred, the deposit would be returned in full, along with a 1 million yuan reward. However, within 7 months of signing the agreement, 4 accidents occurred in the Xi'an Metro construction site, including one on August 2, 2009, that resulted in 2 deaths. Urban rail transit expert Dai Shiqiang pointed out in an article that the frequent occurrence of subway accidents in China results from the rapid, extraordinary development of the country's subway construction. Over the past decade, China has advanced through the stages that took developed countries more than 100 years to complete. This has led to significant shortcomings in scientific research and talent reserves. On one hand, there is rapid development, while on the other hand, there are numerous issues at various stages. Despite strict prohibitions against illegal subcontracting, some units still engage in it. For instance, state-owned enterprises like China Railway First Group, responsible for constructing Wuhan Metro Line 12, win bids due to their credentials and then subcontract specific projects to units with inadequate qualifications or individual contractors who lack technical expertise. This is evidenced by multiple investigation reports revealing that the construction workers had not undergone any training. Supervisory units, which should oversee project quality and safety, are often ineffective. They lack the necessary competence and hesitate to challenge large state-owned enterprises, rendering supervision almost non-existent. An industry insider who wished to remain anonymous stated that the frequent subway accidents nationwide are not coincidental. He attributed this to the non-standard, opaque, and profit-driven nature of subway construction projects, suggesting that it's no surprise that accidents happen. The collapse caused by the subway construction in Wuhan is indicative of the poor quality of road construction in the city, which can be described as tofu projects. The road foundation reinforcement was evidently substandard, and the road surface quality was poor. The collapse incident in Wuhan is representative of similar incidents in China's subway construction. Overall, under the current system, such accidents are unavoidable.